Hi, my name is Julie Fei-Fan Balzer, and congratulations on purchasing a new ScanNCut. So you can see I have my box right here for my ScanNCut 2, and now all the models are going to be slightly different, but I thought we would go ahead and open the box together. So I'm just going to open it on up, and what you'll see when you get in there, the first thing you'll see is that you have a bunch of cutting mats, and they're just folded over on top of the machine, and there's some other stuff in here, and we're going to put this aside and open the rest of it in a minute. And then you'll go ahead and lift the styrofoam up, and the machine's going to come out, and then I'm just going to kind of hug it and put it to the side, and then we're going to unpack the rest of that later. Other items in the box, so you can see you have rolled up right here. This is your fabric applique contact sheet, so we're just going to go ahead and put that down. Taped onto the cardboard, you'll see that you have your set of pens. And then most importantly, in the bottom of the box is another box. And that box is going to have your power cord, your instruction manual, all sorts of stuff that you're going to need. It's a whole cornucopia of tools. So let's go ahead and get our ScanNCut set up and ready to go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the two halves of the power cord from this box. So here's one half and here's the other half, and I'm simply going to remove them from the plastic bags. No need to be delicate. You're not going to need to keep these bags or anything like that. And then once I have them out, you can see that this box has two holes right here. So I'm simply going to put the end that matches those two holes together. So now that my power cord is together, I'm going to go ahead and grab my machine, and I can simply remove and discard these styrofoam pieces. And the same with this plastic bag. I'm not going to need that anymore. That's just to protect the ScanNCut. The other thing you'll see is that there's all this signage on here, including the quick reference guide, and there's all this blue tape, and we want to go ahead and remove all of that. So I'm simply going to pull it off, and the blue tape is designed to pull off really easily. The other thing that you'll see is removing is there's a plastic cover that covers the front of your dust cover, so that will just pull off along with the blue tape. And don't be afraid to just tip your machine and pull everything off like this. And you'll notice there's a little sort of paper thing insert here, and that just pulls right off your screen. Also on the top, your faceplate, which you can see right here, also has a plastic cover on it. So all you're going to do is simply pull that off, and you'll see your beautiful clear cover reveals your perfect little faceplate on there. There are a couple other things we want to remove in here. So again, anywhere you see blue tape, go ahead and remove that. So we're going to pull it off of the side here. Now this is the blade carriage and the blade holder, and you can see that it's held in by this cardboard and this blue tape. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull all of that off and free that up so that everything is ready to go. If you want, you can also remove the sticker on the front cover, but I think it's fine to just leave it. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we've put together our power cord, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to loosen it up, and then I'm going to turn the machine around, and I will be ready to plug it in. So if you look at the back of your machine, you'll be able to see this little well right here. So you're going to go ahead and take the power cord that we've connected, plug it in. So once this is plugged in, the only thing that's left is to plug this into power, and then your ScanNCut will have power. But now let's explore some of the tools that come with the ScanNCut. So in the cardboard box, there's also this great little white pouch. And if we open it up, you can see you have your standard blade and blade holder. This is your pen holder right there. And then also you have your, it's your pointer or your stylus, and then there's also a small plastic spatula in here. Now all these things actually have a place that they can live other than the accessories pouch, which if you look at the back of the machine, you'll be able to see. So there's this removable tool holder you can see here that you can put on the table, or you can just leave in there, and you can go ahead and you can put your stylus tool in there, and you can fit your spatula right there, so they're easy for you to find. So next, let's talk about the blade. We're going to go ahead and turn the machine around just like so, and we're going to go ahead and open the dust cover like this, and then you'll remember this is the blade holder. So I have our blade in the plastic bag, and we're going to go ahead and take it out of there. Now you'll notice that it has this cover on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the cover simply by pulling down. That's just a safety to make sure that you don't cut yourself in any way, shape, or form. To insert the blade, you're going to go ahead with the Brother logo facing you, just drop it straight in, and it should be easy to close. Single finger down and up, single finger. That's all it should take. If it takes more than that, it's not seated properly. And once that's done, you can close your dust cover because your tools and accessories are all there. So we still have the pen holder, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back into the pouch. And in addition to the pen holder staying in the pouch, the other thing I'm going to get is I'm going to go ahead and grab this cardboard that has the pack of pens attached, and I can go ahead and remove those. These are just bubble wrapped so that they transport well, nice and safely. And what you'll see is I have all these great pens. You should have dye-based pens, and then these are water and air-soluble pens. The water-soluble pen is blue, and the air-soluble pen is purple. I'm going to go ahead and put those away for future use, and now my accessory pouch is ready to go. But there's one more item in the brown box that I'd like to point out. So in this box, what you'll see is this is the wireless card, and this card is going to allow you to unlock the wireless capabilities of your machine. So with the card, you'll go ahead and scratch the number off, and you'll follow the instructions on the sheet in here, and you will enter all of that into your machine, and you will be ready to go with a wireless machine. The other thing is in this box are all of the instruction manual and all that kind of stuff that you want, but remember the quick reference guide was also attached to the front screen of your machine. So what I'm going to do is just simply put that into my box for reference for later, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this whole thing up. So let's talk about the other things that come with your machine. So I already mentioned this, which is the iron-on fabric applique contact sheet. If you're familiar at all with quilting, it's basically like a fusible web or something like that. So that's great if you're going to be doing any fabric crafts of any kind. You're going to have two mats. Now the two mats that I have in here, this mat is a standard mat. That's the purple stripe right here. It's the most sticky mat. Then one stickiness level down is this pink mat, which is the middle tack mat. Okay, that's great for cardstock and all sorts of stuff like that. Also, sandwiched in with your standard mat is something you do not want to get rid of. These two green sheets that are in here, what these are your high tack fabric support sheets. And if you cut any fabric, you're going to want these. So I'm simply going to open up, and I can discard the plastic bag that's on here, okay? But what I don't want to discard that's in here is obviously there are instructions of all kinds, including instructions on how to use your high-tack fabric support sheets. And then there is a dust cover on the machine that you need to keep because that's what protects the stickiness. So now that you know everything that's in the box, you are ready to start scanning and cutting. The ScanNCut is a wonderful and powerful tool for making lots and lots of things. If you are looking for ideas, inspiration, projects, come on over and visit my YouTube channel where I've got a lot of videos to walk you step by step through lots of fun ideas. And of course, check out my blog at balzerdesigns.com and the ScanNCut website at scanncut.com.